Hello, welcome back to another video on astrology. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the effects of the moon if it happens to be in your 10th house. I'll be referring to Bhrigu Sutram, which has been translated by Dr G S Kapoor, and I'll be referring to this book. If you want to buy this book online, you can always get it from Ranjan Publications. So whenever I use the positions of planets in any of my videos, I'm actually referring only to the Bhava chart or the Chalit chart. In case you have not been introduced to the concepts of the Bhava chart, please refer to my earlier videos. And in case you want to cast your Bhava chart using a computer software, then the best one available right now is Jagannatha Hora, and with a click of a button you can cast your Bhava chart. This does not mean that you can do away with the Rashi chart, because it is from the Rashi chart that you can actually know whether the moon in your horoscope is exalted or debilitated, or is it in its Mula Trikona, in its own sign, is it afflicted by malefics, which are the planets that are aspecting the moon. All this is to be known only from the Rashi chart. So let's move on to the green board and discuss the effects of the moon as seen in your horoscope. So we are back to the green board, and in the horoscope in front of you, you see the moon in the 10th house. For those of you who do not know how to count, let me clarify that counting only starts from the ascendant. Wherever you see these letters ASC or LAG for Lagna, that is your first house. So let's number the houses. So now you see very clearly that the moon is in the 10th house. So in this chart, you find that the moon is in Capricorn, Makara Rashi, and this is quite different from moon being in different signs, even though it continues to be in the 10th house, and that's because the ascendant is different for each person. This is another possibility for the moon to be in the 10th house, and the moon is in Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi. This is the third possibility: Gemini ascendant, Midhuna Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. This moon is quite good because the moon is in the sign of Jupiter and is also the lord of the second house in the 10th. Both these houses are interrelated to each other. One is that from the second house, this is the 9th house, so it's a trine from this house, and the second house is income and the 10th house is profession. So there is a good connection between income and profession. This is another possibility. The ascendant is Cancer, Karkataka Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house again. This is also good because the lord of the ascendant, this sign, is owned by the moon, which you can see here. So I've written the lords of houses outside the sign, and the lord of the first house is in the 10th house. A person having a moon like this will have to do a lot of traveling in his life. In this chart, you find the ascendant is Leo, Simha Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. This moon is either exalted or in its Mula Trikona. You'll have to find the degree of the moon to know whether it is exalted or in Mula Trikona, but doesn't matter. The moon is very happy to be in this sign. This is a good moon, despite the fact that it is also the lord of the 12th and the 10th. People who have this combination might do a lot of social service activity. Maybe their life is a social service activity, which is often seen in the case of doctors. This is another possibility. So here the ascendant is on Virgo, Kanya Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. It's in a dual sign, and this is quite good because it is the 11th lord in the 10th house, fulfillment of desire connected to the house of profession. Here the ascendant is Libra, Tula Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house, and the moon is very happy to be here because it is a sign that belongs to moon. And so you'll have to read it as the 10th lord in the 10th, which is quite a powerful combination. So whatever sage Bhrigu had said about the moon in the 10th house will surely manifest during the lifetime of the person. Especially so when the person goes through the periods of the moon dasha or moon antardasha. Here the ascendant is Scorpio, Vrishika Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. This is good because moon is the lord of the 9th in the 10th house. 9th is Dharma and 10th is Karma. Dharma Karma Adhipati Yogam, a good profession, a good livelihood that would benefit people at large. Here the ascendant is Sagittarius, Dhanur Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. Not a very good combination to have because the moon is the 8th lord in the 10th. There may be sudden upsets in professional life because the 8th house is surprises, twists and turns connected to the house of profession. Here the ascendant is Capricorn, Makara Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. Here the moon is the lord of the 7th house in the 10th house. So there is a possibility of frequent quarrels, especially so if both the husband and the wife belong to the same line of activity. For example, two architects or two doctors. So there will be frequent quarrel between the husband and wife. Here the ascendant is Aquarius, Kumbha Lagna, and the moon is in the 10th house. We all know that the moon is debilitated in Scorpio, weak. But before we do not jump to conclusions, because on further examination you may find the moon, it may have gained strength in Shadbala, maybe in Navamsha it is in its own sign, so many other ways. Additionally, you may have also seen that this is the lord of the 6th house in the 10th. The 6th, as you all know, is an unfavorable house. So we have reached the last possibility, the ascendant as Pisces, Meena Lagna, and the moon in the 10th house. This is a wonderful moon because the moon happens to be the lord of the 5th house, creativity, and the moon is the mind. So a person having this combination would be definitely very creative, most probably in the field, in entertainment field, or maybe animation field, or anything to do with recreational activities. And moreover, the moon is in the sign of Jupiter, and Jupiter is the lord of the 10th house and the ascendant lord. So there is a very good positive connection for this kind of a moon. I have spent some time explaining to you the various permutation combinations because you must always remember that the moon in the 10th will not give the same results for all the people in this world. So it's time to get back to Bhrigu Sutram. The first word sage Bhrigu says is Vidhyavaan, and the translator Dr G S Kapoor says if the moon is in the 10th house, the native will achieve high academic attainments. Vidhyavaan does not necessarily mean high academic attainments. Vidya may also mean any type of skill. If you refer to the website spokensanskrit.de for the same word Vidya, you can draw your own conclusions from this. Papa-Yuthey, Sapta-Vimshathi-Varshey, Vidwa-Sanga-may-na, Jana-Virodhi. If the moon is in conjunction with or aspected by a malefic, Papa is malefic, the native will have relationship with a widow when he is 27 years old, and on account of that may be alienated from his own people. The next word is Athi-Medhavi. Ati means more or extraordinary. Medhavi means wise, a man of wisdom, intelligent, and scholar. Dr G S Kapoor translates this as he will be brilliant. The next word is Sathya-Karma-Nirathaha. Keerthi-Maan, Vidhyavaan. The person will do pious deeds, good deeds that will benefit the people at large, will be famous and kind-hearted, generous in giving. The next words are Bhavadipe, Balayute, Vishesha Satkarma Siddhi. If the lord of the 10th house is powerfully disposed, the native will be highly virtuous. This is something very interesting that Sage Bhrigu always recommends, that we look into the placement of the lord of the house concerned. If the lord is powerfully placed, then he says this is a very good combination. Papa Nirikshite, Papa-Yuthey va Dushkriti. This is the next conditions apply. Papa Nirikshite, that is if aspected by malefics or connected to malefics. Papa-Yuthey is related to the natural malefics. In that case, the person will be Dushkriti. The person will be sinful. Additionally, Karma Vignakaraha, and also will face obstacles in all spheres of his life. We have come to the end of this video. In case you have any doubts, please type them out in the comment section, and whenever I find the time, I'll answer them for you. And see you soon in my next video.